Today we'll take grammar. We will take the last lesson of chapter 12. Chapter 12 is modifiers. We started modifiers by taking comparative and superlative. And we said comparative is when I compare between two things. Superlative when I compare one to others. And when we said when we compare two things, if it's one syllable word, I add ER. When I compare one among many, I add EST. If it is more than one syllable, it is up to the word. So if the word will look weird if I add ER, so I add more. If it looks weird if I add EST, I add most. Okay. What if it's more than two syllables? I add more, like expensive, more expensive, and I add the most expensive. Then he told me there are some irregular forms, like if I want to say that someone is good, but his brother is better than him, but their cousin is the best. So good, better, best. He is bad, he is worse than him, the other one is worse, but the third one is the worst ever. Okay, so these were the comparative and superlative. Then he took me to the illogical comparison. So when I compare and I say I like Jane more than I like, or I like music more than Jane. I like music more than Jane means that I like music more than I like Jane. But I want to say that I like music more than Jane does. So I have to clarify I'm comparing what to what. Okay. And then double negative, he told me to avoid using double negative. What is double negative? I haven't barely gone to school. No. Haven't and barely, no. I either choose haven't, so I haven't gone to school, or I say I barely go to school. So I do not choose two negatives after each other. Then he took me to a very important point. And if you are planning to take SAT test, it is a must-come question in the test. It is the misplaced modifier and dangling modifier. Misplaced modifier and dangling modifier. Previous time, so let me share for you the PowerPoint. Previous time we took the misplaced modifier, but let's repeat it today in order to combine it with the misplaced modifier and to combine it with the dangling modifier. Okay, here is it. Misplaced modifier, as we said previous time. So what is modifier? Modifier is to modify a word. Modify a word. Okay? Modify a word. Misplaced modifier is to modify a word that is different from the one it is meant to modify. I have a modifier and I have a word to be modified. I have a modifier and a word to be modified. But when I read, I think that it modifies another word. So I have two words and one modifier. But this modifier modifies the wrong word. So how can I correct it? I have two words and one modifier. Two words and one modifier. What do? I grab the modifier near to the word it modifies, or I grab the word that is modified by the modifier near to modify. So if I read the sentence and I say smiling with delight, smiling with delight, the trophy was handed to Janine. We know that it is a word and it's an ing. It looks like a verb, but it's not a verb. So it functions as an adjective. It is a participial phrase. Smiling with delight is a phrase that modifies trophy. So the trophy itself was handed to Janine. It was smiling? No. So here it is a dangling, it is a misplaced modifier. This modifier, because this phrase functions as an adjective, it is a modifier. It is in the wrong place. It should be near to Janine, because Janine was smiling, not the trophy. So I have to take this near to this. I take it like I grab it. The trophy was handed to Janine, who was smiling with delight. Smiling with delight, comma, Janine was handed the trophy. Smiling with delight, Janine. was handed the trophy. So I brought Janine near to it, or I bring it near to Janine. Another example, from the ocean floor, Auntie gave me a seashells from the ocean floor. So Auntie was in the ocean floor and he gave me a seashell. But actually not Andy from the ocean floor. The seashell is from the ocean floor. So seashell should be close to from the ocean floor. So Andy give me a seashell from the ocean floor. So from the ocean floor modifies seashell. Because it's prepositional phrase, modifies, when prepositional phrase functions as an adjective, it directly comes after the noun, it modifies. Then he said to me, this I explained previous time, I'm just revising it to combine it with dangling modifier. He said to me that I have to be aware when I use only. If I say I only play tennis on Tuesday, it means that I wake up on Tuesday and I don't do anything, I just play tennis. But when I say I play tennis only on Tuesday, it means that I do other stuff, but I play only the tennis on Tuesday. Okay, only tennis played on Tuesday. Here, then we go to this example. Look at this example. This example is for misplaced modifier. Look at this. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes. In misplaced modifier, I have a modifier, but it modifies the wrong one. Kate Hudson began acting at a young age, being Goldie Hawn's daughter. Okay. Kate Hudson began acting at a young age is correct. Kate Hudson began acting at a young age. It is correct. Then I have being Goldie Hawn's daughter. Being Goldie Hawn's daughter is not independent clause. It is so obvious that it is dependent. Actually, it's not even a clause, it's a phrase because I don't have a subject or I have a predicate. So I can understand that this is wrong here. Because what is being Goldie Hawn's daughter? Really? Being Goldie Hawn's daughter is an adjective. It ends in ing and it's an adjective. Modifies who was Goldie Hawn's daughter? Kate Hudson was Goldie Hawn's daughter. So I have to bring Kate near to being Goldie Hawn's daughter. Okay, let's see the choices. Number one, Kate Hudson began acting at a young age, being Goldie Hawn's daughter. It is the same one, and I'm sure that it is wrong, so it is wrong. Kate Hudson began acting at a young age, and she was Goldie Hawn's daughter. I extended the sentence. I extended it. And there is no need to extend it, although it is grammatically correct, but I extended it. So let's keep it in mind. Let's bear in mind. Let's see, so B can function. So let's see. Kate Hudson, who as Goldie Hawn's daughter began acting at a young age. Who as Goldie Hawn's daughter began acting at a... Here I made it more longer. More longer is a double negative. So I made it a double comparison. So I made it what? Longer, not more longer. Being Kate Hudson, Goldie Hawn's daughter began acting at a young age here. Being Kate Hudson, Goldie Hawn's daughter began acting at a young age. Kate Hudson, Goldie Hawn's daughter began acting at a young age. Which one, girls?
E.
E. Why E?
Because in E it's the clearest one, where the phrase was exactly talking about Katie Hudson.
Excellent. It is the clearest one, okay, and easiest. I can understand it well. So, yet it is Kate Hudson began acting at a young age, and she was Goldie Hawn's daughter is also grammatically correct, but it is more complicated. So why? Why I would use a more complicated sentence? Let's go with E. Here, the misplaced modifier in the sentence is fairly obvious, which is being Goldie Hawn's daughter, and it's clearly meant to describe Kate Hudson, not a young age. So, however, there is no answer choice that places the modifier. So we already know that A is incorrect, okay? And we eliminate C because it's a fragment, as we said here. C is a fragment. Kate Hudson, who as Goldie Hawn's daughter began acting at a young age. And B and D and E, grammatically correct, as we said. So we need to pick the clearest and most concise answer, which is E, because E is correct because it puts the slightly rephrased modifier next to what it's modifying. Then we come to dangling modifier. Dangling, it means it is doing like this, making like this, dangling, like a wire dangling from the ceiling. Dangling means that I have a modifier. I have a modifier, but without without the word it modifies. So when I say the big dog, I know that big modifies dog. But when I say the big what? So big is a modifier, big is an adjective, but it modifies what? I don't know. It is dangling modifier. There is no word to modify here. Having read the book, the film will be a hit. Okay, here. Having read the book. Who read the book? Who read the book? I read the book. He read the book. She read the book. So having read the book, the film will be a hit. It is totally wrong. Because what is who read the book? So having read the book, I add I think the film will be a hit, and I change it because I cannot say the film will be a hit. Having read the book, she thinks the film will be a hit. Having read the book, we think the film will be a hit. So I have to add a word to be modified. A dangling modifier is a modifier, a word or phrase that doesn't modify anything in the sentence. It doesn't modify anything in the sentence. It misses the word or words to intend to modify or can possibly modify. Helping a lady find her children, the train left the station. Now we understand that this is participial phrase, which is an adjective to the noun that comes near to it. Helping a lady find her children, the train left the station. The train helped the lady to find her children? Of course not. So I have to add here, okay, something to be modified by helping a lady find her children. So helping a lady find her children, I saw the train leave the station. Or while I was helping a lady find her children, the train left the station. So I can add it as I want. Either to make like this or that, like that. That's why your answers will vary. So let's check this one. Let's check this sentence. And this is how the old SAT used to get its question. They underline it different than now. Now they take this, now they make it like that. Here, and he asks you to choose like that. The old SAT was like this. So let's see. On her most recent vacation to Istanbul, Jill stumbled upon a fantastic jewelry shop. Walking through the massive market. No error. Okay, girls, do you think the mistake is on or most recent or stumbled upon or walking or no error? Don't read. Just tell me, Don't read that. Tell me. Here, which mistake? Or there is no mistake? No one? Grade 10.
I think it's C, Miss.
It is C, stumbled upon.
Oh, no, I mean C, the massive market.
Massive market? But massive market is not underlined.
Where is, I don't get the letters, Miss. Is it on and her together?
No, on is A, most recent B, stumbled upon is C, walking is D, no error is A.
Yes, it's the walking thing, walking.
It's the walking. Why?
Because she wasn't, it's here modifying the jewelry shop, and it should modify her.
It is here modifying the jewelry shop and it should modify her. Excellent. So reading through this sentence, you may not immediately notice anything incorrect, and in fact, it seems just fine in fact. But before picking A, we need to check each of the others. So on is okay, it is a preposition in the right place. And most recent is a superlative, it is correct. So we can rule out A and B. A and B are correct. Stumbled upon, it is also a conjuncted verb, which is conjugated verbs, which is correct. Then I move to the last two, walking and no error. A fantastic jewelry shop walking through the massive market. Girls, wait a minute, I have to bring charger. I'll go in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Here. Okay, here, so jewelry shop walking. The jewelry shop was walking? No. Why, teacher, the jewelry shop? You said that walking, because walking here is close to jewelry shop, not to her. And her is the one that should be walking, not jewelry shop. So here, walking is wrong. Some dangling modifiers used in everyday speech, yani when we talk, it is acceptable in introductory phrases like generally speaking, then comma, and I say this sentence. Generally speaking, cats make good pets. Here, generally speaking, cats make good pets. Generally speaking, it is a word I say like however. But because generally speaking is a participial and all of it is participial phrase, so it modifies cats. So generally speaking, of course, we know that cats cannot speak. But it is dangling modifier, but it is accepted while we talk. Generally speaking, rats have batsmen, okay? Of course, cats and rats, they do not speak. I say it as introductory phrase like however, okay? Considering the alternative, comma, and then I say what I want to say. The film or the movie was the best choice. Considering the alternative, the movie was, so the movie is considering the alternative? No, I'm just saying it as an introductory phrase. I'm just saying it like however or after all. So it is dangling modifier because it doesn't modify any word, but I can use it, okay, in my daily speech as a however or as a preposition or as a transitional word. So here how the new SAT gets its question of the dangling modifier. And as I said, dangling modifier and misplaced modifier is a very common question in the SAT because it is not easy to be spot, okay? Spread by rat fleas, millions of people in medieval Europe were killed by bubonic plague. It is a disease bubonic plague, like spray. Okay, to be sprayed on rats to kill them, to kill the fleas of the rats, so people that died because of it. So, spread by rat fleas, millions of people, so millions of people were spread by rat fleas. They were, of course, they were not spread by rat fleas. Okay, they didn't have rat fleas. Millions of people in medieval Europe were killed by bubonic plague, so this is the plague disease. So this is the same one, and it is not correct. So spread by rat fleas and millions of, can I add comma and do not combine two independent clauses? No, because here it is phrase. I cannot combine it by comma and, so B is wrong. C, the sled. See, this led to the killing. Okay, this here, there is no there is not any situation or any chance to add this. Why would I add this pronoun? There is no need for this. This led to spread by rat fleas. This led to the killing. It is no unclear pronoun. Okay, D. Bubonic plague in medieval Europe was why millions of people were killed. Okay, it is grammatically okay. Spread by rat fleas, bubonic plague in medieval. So, okay, let's see E. Spread by rat fleas, bubonic plague killed millions of people in medieval Europe. So which one do you think, D or E?
E, because it's the active voice and it's the one recommended.
It is the one recommended and it is the simpler. The simpler and clear. So D is also correct, teacher. So when you have an exam and you say, teacher, two answers can fit. Yes, two answers can grammatically fit, but one is easier, one is clearer. Okay? Here, she was concerned about how Hank would react to the incident, but in searching his face, he did not seem to be at all embarrassed or troubled. She was concerned, she worried, about how Hank would react to the incident. So she was searching for his face to see how his reactions will be. But if I read it, in searching his face, he did not seem to be at all embarrassed. It means searching his face modifies he. Searching his face because it ends in ing, as we said, it's participial. Modifies he. How can it modifies he? He is not searching for his face. She was searching for his face, so I have to bring she near to searching his face. So let's see. In searching, she was concerned about how Hank would react to the incident. Okay, now I have two independent clauses, so let's divide them. Because I have comma, but so it's two dependent clauses, divide them. So she was concerned about how Hank would react to the incident and forget it. Now I have the new one, the new independent clause. In searching his face, he did not seem to be at all embarrassed or troubled. Here I have to change something. In searching his face, he did not seem to be. In searching his face, it did not seem to be. It is the same, and it is wrong. By searching his face, it showed that he was not. It is the same, but instead of he added it. He replaced he with it. Who is it? What is it that searching his face? Nothing. There was no cat or dog searching his face or something. A search of his face showed that he seemed not so. A search of his face showed that he did not seem. Who? A search of his face. Who? We also do not know who has searched for his face. Searching his face, he did not. It is the same. Searching his face, he. It is modifying he. His face being searched showed that he was not. His face being searched, being here is not good for being searched. Do not use being. So which one is correct? Which one is correct? We said A is wrong, it is the same. B is wrong because it that modifies it, that is being modified. She was concerned about how Hank would react to the incident. A search of his face showed that he seemed not. A search of his face here. So I removed this and I add a search of his face. So she was concerned about how Hank would react to the incident, but a search of his face showed that he seemed not. Are you with me, Greta?
Yes, yes, miss.
Is it Dangling modifier, when I have a modifier without its proper word to be modified. Here, think about both what a modifier is currently describing and what it is actually meant to be describing. The modifier is describing what and what is actually meant to be describing. It is in the misplaced modifier. I have a modifier, it modifies a word, but I don't want it to modify this word, I want it to modify the other word, so I have to look closely. Watch out for answers that fix the original modifier, so fix it to bring them both together. Remember that there are a lot of different ways to fix faulty modifiers. Use process of elimination to narrow down wrong answers. As we said now, C and D are wrong. Let's focus on A and B. You will see these errors on the test, okay, and they are likely unfamiliar, so make sure to review and practice with similar questions from previous tests. So we go to page. Did we solve previous time then misplaced modifiers? What did we listen? On page 2.
I think we stopped at number 11.
Hmm?
We stopped at number 11.
In 228?
No, 230.
22?
230.
220. Number 11. Okay, so let's take number 12. I call each.
No, we didn't solve 11.
We didn't solve 11?
Yes.
On page 230, right?
Yes.
Okay, start Lojane with 11.
We sent letters to various parts of the country with the free return address stickers. I remove with the free return address stickers to letters, next to letters.
Excellent, because the letters, so how would it be said?
We send letters with the free return address stickers to various parts of the world. The country.
Yes. Yes, excellent. Yeah. 12, Noor, Abdul Karim.
I told Jack on the phone about the flood.
Yeah, and again?
It's going to be I told Jack on the phone about the flood.
Excellent. Yeah. 13, Noor Bilal.
Yes, miss. David wondered about the cause of earthquakes in science class. David in science class wondered about the cause of earthquakes.
Excellent. 14, Najwa.
The team only practices on Saturday and Monday. Is it correct?
Only practice on Saturday and Monday. We said to be aware of only. Where do I add only? Here.
Practices only on Saturday and Monday.
Yes, if I say only practices, so he doesn't do anything but practicing. But when I say only practicing on, or he practices only on Tuesday, it means that only on these days.
Yes.
Okay, dear. Natalie? Rima? Rima? Sarah? 15, Sarah?
15. We have shampoos for a variety of hair types on that shelf. We have shampoos on that shelf for a variety of hair types.
16, Zina? Rima? Natalie? Malak Wasim? Natalie? Zina? Rima? Malak? Yes, Malak?
Yes. It's Rima.
Rima, okay. Rima, you'll answer 17, Rima.
Okay.
Malak? 16, ya Malak?
Miss, can I ask you something about 15?
Yes, Lana.
Can we say on that shelf we have shampoos for a variety of hair types?
If I said on that shelf we have, it means that we on the shelf.
Okay, thank you.
Or wait a minute, dear. Because it's preposition phrase. No, wait. On that shelf, we have shampoos for a variety of hair types. It will modify, if I say it will be an adverb prepositional phrase, so it will modify where is it? Where is the shampoo? So it can kind of be, but let's make it closer to shampoo better. But it can be it because it's not ing, so it's not it's not participial, so it's not modifying the noun that comes close to it. It is prepositional phrase and it can come at the beginning to show me where we found it. So it can be on the shelf. We have shampoos for, but make it easier to make it. We have shampoos on the shelf for a variety of there. So because the prepositional phrase as an adjective comes after the noun it modifies. You understand me, Lana?
Yes, Miss, I did.
16 Malik Wasim?
Miss, what about 13? Can it, in science class, can it come at the beginning as well?
Yes, because it's prepositional phrase.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome to you. But it is better to make it, okay? Listen, girls. Prepositional phrase can come at the beginning of the sentence as an introductory phrase, and it is followed by a comma, and it works as an adverb phrase. It tells me where. It answers me where. The problem happens when I have a participial phrase. Okay, because participial phrase directly modifies the noun that comes close to it. So in science class, it's okay because it modifies adverb, and adverb comes anywhere in the sentence. So again, prepositional phrase can come anywhere in the sentence when it functions as an adverb. So it can be anywhere. So I can say in science class, David wondered about the cause of earthquake because it modifies wondered. Where did he wonder? Okay, and we say David in the science class wondered about. So here I am modifying David. Okay, so it is correct to put it at the beginning or after David, but it will function once as an adverb and once as an adjective. Shampoo, we have shampoos on that shelf. So here it will function as adjective to modify shampoo, not as an adverb to answer me where. Do you want me to write it and show it to you? Here. We, okay, on that shelf, we found shampoo. Here, on that shelf, we found shampoo. On that shelf will be adverb to found. Adverb to found, so it is correct. And we can also say we found shampoo on that shelf. It is also adverb, prepositional phrase as adverb to found. It is correct. Adverb to here. But when I say we what did he say? Yeah, we have shampoo shelf or here. For all kinds of this is how it was written. We have shampoos for a variety of hair type on that shelf. We have shampoo on that shelf. On that shelf, modifies shampoo. Modifies shampoo. Here it modifies a noun. Which shampoo on that shelf? Do you understand the difference, girls? Girls, do you understand now?
Yes.
Here, shampoo on the shelf is for shampoo. Now you understand me? Okay. So who's... Yes, dear?
Teacher, here we cannot like have it at the beginning, like on the shelf.
Here it will be on the shelf.
Yeah, it can't work, right?
What did I do? Wait a minute. Here on the shelf, we have shampoo. Here. On the shelf, we have shampoo for. So it will answer me where? It answers me where? Answers me where? Not modifying the shampoo. Not modifying the shampoo.
It's for us, we.
It will not modify we also. Does it modify we here? Because I can't say that we.
It's for have. Yeah, it's an
Yes, it answers me where? Where
Yes,
do we have?
Mm-mm.
Adverb, prepositional. Okay. Not modifying we or shampoo. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to number. We were solving what, girls?
Now we have 16.
16. So Rima solved 16? Or
No, Miss,
Malak
you said
was solving.
Malak was solving 16.
Malak was solving 16. Malak?
Yes, miss. We listened to the songs of Wales at Derek's house. At Derek's house, we listened to the songs of the whale.
At Derek's house, excellent here. Excellent. 17, Rima?
We have dishes for our guests with curry. We have dishes of curry for our guests.
Excellent. With curry for our guests. Excellent. We will stop here. I will discuss with you in number 16 something next time, okay? Because now I took from your break, okay? But here on number 16, we listen to the songs of Wales at Derek's house. Here of Wales at Derek's house, I'm describing Wales. So it cannot be, okay? Because here it functions as an adverb. Because it functions as an adverb, I can put it anywhere in the sentence. Because it functions as an adverb, not modifying the Wales or the songs. Okay? You understand me, girls?
Yes, miss.
Again, for dangling modifiers and misplaced modifiers, I have more than one clear answer. As we just saw in the examples, I can use any of the correct forms. Okay, so my answer can be different than your answer, and both are correct as long as they are grammatically correct. Okay?
Yes, miss.
Okay, guys, I'll stop recording and see you tomorrow. I don't have you tomorrow. See you on